Welcome to Growth Hobbies Podcast, a CEO series. Join us as we dive deep into minds of CEOs who shapes the business world. Let's listen to what they do, why they do, and how they do. Meet the driving force behind the innovation and master strategist. With your host, Meghna. Welcome, Tom. Nice meeting to you. How are you
Thank you.
today?
Yeah, pretty good. As we are recording on Friday, I have small son. He's 3 months old, so we started day with visit to the doctor. So not the best start of the day. And autumn is
Wow.
pretty rainy in Poland, but yeah, I'm overall it's pretty excited, and also did some interviews for my content format just called with New York. So it's always great to talk with smart people.
I'm so sorry to hear about your son. I wish him a speedy recovery. But I'm glad that we could make it today and we are here today for the recording. Already to know more about ABM Sprint. So I heard that you are doing ABM exclusive ABM campaign here. Could you tell me more about it? How it makes it different than the other normal agencies?
Using ABM, account-based marketing, then even know this term because this term is pretty complicated. And by myself, I organized conference like 6 years ago, and I used similar campaign because I understood that okay, it's crucial for me to make partnerships, and because of these partnerships, every partner will promote my conference. If every speaker will promote my conference, I will achieve success, and it happened. And later, I learned that it's account-based marketing, but it's all the time. When I started to learn about this, it was pretty complicated, expensive tools. And for me, it was, is it make any sense if I want to connect with specific people, with specific company, I can do a lot of activities that cost nothing, just my time. And yeah, it's possible to interact worldwide with ideal clients. So as I worked mostly as like B2B marketing, LinkedIn consultant, I found that it's pretty general, and the most I like it's to run this specific campaigns because many times people confuse my job with someone that will help them just to create content on LinkedIn. And from my perspective, of course it's beneficial, but it also could be super frustrating for people if they keep creating content for 3 months and have zero results. And yeah, it's needed a lot of determination to keep doing this, and sometimes without this strategy to expand network and to keep creating content for people from past work that will never ever become your client, also it's not the best idea. Other times people confuse me with this outbound guys that automating keep sending messages with template and just the name is changing there. I did it like a few years ago, but later found, oh my god, it's not something that I try to trick people that I really wrote message to them. So yeah, I don't use it anymore, and also it's risky for the account. So I found that okay, what I really like
Are
and
you
is
there?
really effective to really focus on people that I want to make connection with, that I really can help them, and to treat them with respect. Because for me, that like outbound mass campaigns, it's not like treating with respect. If we send message to people that we don't even researched, and yeah, in this way, ABM Sprint, it's that my idea to make this as easy, as agile as possible, to really not make this big deal to invest a lot of money for the account based marketing programs and involve many decision makers and make this super long. No, let's make this quick. Let's bring results really quick. Let's get me. And based on this, based on the results, if we have results based on this like first sprint, because I work in 8 week sprints with my clients, it's easier to justify cost for scaling these programs to work with more teams, because it's that my ideal model is to work with one market and one salesperson, and also it's like 15 hours per week, so it's not like full time dedicated to this mini team, that we work together. And also, as I also have experience working as agency with clients, I found that in B2B, it's of course in many fields of marketing and business, it's important to understand target audience, but in B2B often it's complicated. It's not something that I start to work with restaurant, for example, and okay, it's pretty similar to other restaurants. In B2B, it's more complicated, and I found that it took a long of time to for my writers to learn about target about business, and also it's more frustrating for me. So I decide, okay, let's merge together the expertise from the team and my expertise about B2B growth, about account-based marketing, LinkedIn, and together we can work, we can make something effective. So yeah, I think this is the difference. So I try to, and I do this simpler, more accessible, and yeah, I focus on results, because this is my promise to get 10 meetings for for with ideal clients, and it's work also for me, because I use also this sprint for me, and I have like 60% meeting rate, so I can send 10 messages to people to engage the account, and 6 of them agree to meet with me. Not maybe for
Six.
sales reason, but also I use it for market for customer research, because for me it's super important also to talk with people, even though okay I need to sell right from the right in the moment, because it's often really hard in B2B when we need to build trust, when there is multiple decision makers, but it's always worth to have good network in our ideal client base.
I love this when you said good network, because that itself will spread the words instead of pushy marketing. Then can we say it like building a network, strong connections. If it's not now, maybe later after some time we build the connection. That's really nice, and that's what I like about ABM, and that's where
Mm-hmm.
even I specialize. I'm working on ABM these days, and makes a difference. Like, right? So when we say this much, so can you
No,
tell me? So
now I work
you were saying that you
alone.
have
So
a content writer, and how big your
we
team
were a
is. So you have
team. It
your
was
content
like in the
writer
COVID
designers.
time, but later it was like smoothly that they had decided to work on my own, and also these people have some other ideas. So it was like smoothly turned to lifestyle business most. I like to experiment in business. I like to test new things. So it's easier when already I have my own home, I have savings, so and not many people not now want to pay salary. So I like this freedom, because it's entrepreneurship also is my passion. So I don't need to take projects just to survive, and I'm happy with this.
Congratulations. That's really nice attitude. Like, small but quality makes difference, right? Like, yeah, I'm on my own. I'm not dependent, because I know when I was working, I was in the agency,
Mm.
and we keep taking clients, and we are not delivering because we have too many clients. Even if I know each and every quality, each and every rules and best method, best practices, we would not be able to deliver that much. Instead, like, when you are working freelancer, I've seen this, that we give a best out of it because it's
I
the
think it
only
depends. I
project that
think
we
it's
are
possible
focused on.
that in
would
agency
you be would
you
you
can
relate
have
to this idea?
a few
Yeah.
bright minds and you can change ideas, so that could work. But in many agencies, in many agencies don't work that
Mm-hmm.
way. So it all depends, I think, and I don't value any situation that is the best of the best, because yeah, maybe one day if ABM sprints will scale, maybe I will find also other consultants that can join the team and we can make it work. It works. But at this point, I really like this approach. I really like this
All
situation in my life that we bought house and arranging this, then having a kid. It's like okay, less overhead to have also employees, but who knows what the future will bring.
Congratulations. I wish you all the best. All the best for this. So, we were discussing before this interview about your past experience that you had a great project, like which was similar to mine. When you were working with Rangsan, so could you? It's a software development company. That's what you said, right? So, could you tell me a bit more about that experience and what did you
I
learn,
think
what
yeah,
worked there
it
and what did
showed me
not
this
work there?
corporation Ragnarsson for sure. When I see that company has some idea for the target market, because many software companies they are founded for tech people, and they're started with referrals. It's like natural for them. They work in some other company, and they decide to open something on their own because they have some contracts, and then they scale, and there are multiple projects. And often when I ask, okay, do you have any specific target market? No, we just do software development. And okay, so what's going on? So in this case, I offered pilot programs to maybe focus on 1-2 case studies and to do this ABM sprint. But in Ragnarsson it was different because they have this idea. They wanted to this topics around environment to protect this, and they also wanted to develop their own venture capital, their fund to invest in such projects, and also to add this software development component. So it was great. It was super interesting. So I found already that okay, if I heard that among the problems that we want to network, we want to
Yeah.
keep going with relationships. We don't want just to call them and ask, okay, how are you doing in their network, other funds, etc. So this okay, let's create podcasts, let's create LinkedIn content around this, and we work for 9 months. And yeah, it was pretty successful project. Like for example, one of the metrics is 100% more, so we twice the number of leads. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Unfortunately, later I found that they hired someone full time, and that person decided, okay, it's branding. We need to have everything on the one brand, etc. And probably it killed this podcast. But yeah, I was super happy to be in this project for this first months and see how many leads they get, and also as we have like weekly calls to hear from the founder that he that heard their clients mention, okay, you have good content, because also I was kind of mentor for the young content marketer in organization, but also there's some other issues inside company. Unfortunately, as expert hired for one part, sometimes other part could destroy the good work. But yeah, I'm pretty even in this case, I'm pretty happy for the results, and I'm pretty happy that this content marketer also developed a lot, and we are still in touch. So it's also really nice feeling that you can mentor someone and that person is growing even in another company. But of course, to bring the results for the company.
That's interesting. Could you tell me specific what are the
hmm
channels that
I think it depends of
you were working?
the
What worked?
niche
What
and
are the channels
industry,
were good and
because
what did not
we
work?
nobody should choose channel based on my recommendation, because okay, I love LinkedIn. Of course, I specialize in LinkedIn, so I will encourage to use this channel. But many times in my life, I said to someone in agriculture, for example, or medical, don't go. Don't go to LinkedIn. Because I tested this, I worked with dental agencies, and
Yeah. No.
in some part it also worked because we get, for example, podcast invitation for a dental agency owner from Chicago. So it was some kind of results, but yeah, to reach to the medical professionals, not so much because they don't have so much reason to be on LinkedIn. So yeah, I always encourage talk with your target audience, talk with your customers, past customers. Always I ask, okay, do you have any customers that you want to clone? That you will be super happy if you have five of that customers that you had in the past, and choose the channel related to this. For example, now I'm running my ABM campaign and decide I don't want to launch new podcast and I don't want to make this so long. So I launched like B2B content, B2B growth trend series. It is like 15 minutes interview, and I just don't put all the interview. I just put a short from this. So I just cut off this because I found that okay, I want to make this short and quick at the end of the year, and yeah, recording all the podcasts, etc. So yeah, I'm able to record like 5 interviews per week. So recording podcast could be super hard. Edit this, distribute, could be nightmare. And I decided, okay, it's if Word needs another B2B growth podcast, something related to this, I could add something, but I want to be more specific. So I decided, okay, let's make this quick action, and yeah, it also works. I still talk with people, I network with them, I build relationships, and yeah, so all the time we need to took different factors to consider: industry, our own assets. Sometimes, nobody in company it's ready to record video or podcast, so we can do some content with text only. It's also great. We can do research
Mhm.
for the report without recording anything, and also it's possible. For example, I did my B2B growth list like around 1 month ago, and this is something that also people are sharing because I made a list of 100 B2B growth marketers and sales leader to follow if you're interested in this topic on LinkedIn. And also it's like led to many calls and many people recognize me, and it's also kind of account based play. So yeah, always it's important to sit, and this is also why I decided to launch this service, because I shared this message in many podcasts, but I found that without this personal touch, it's sometimes we want to copy someone, and it could be hard. And with somebody who's experienced in this, it could be much easier to find this optimal way, because people launching podcast and talking about like general things, and it's like copy of Rogan podcast or something like that. It doesn't make sense in B2B so much. But if you use it as the ABM tool and you connect with your other clients and you have 5 calls per week, it's whole different world.
Absolutely. I love this, like, specific and quality makes all difference. So could you tell me some of the B2B challenge, some of the challenges in the B2B marketing
Yeah, I
that
think
you
in B2B,
feel
especially in this
when you're working with
with high
clients right now?
lifetime value, it's hard to get attribution for the success for the marketing, because many times, too many times, still marketing and sales don't work so well together. And we see the sales work, and companies they okay, I want to pay for sales and I want to see numbers. Of course, it's obvious, it's easy to manage. And marketing look like something that it's like not necessary so much, but it shouldn't be, because it should make selling easier. It should make this even possible. It Because sometimes, then especially in modern world, we don't trust sellers in many cases. We want to research by on our own. Like for example, from like B2C world, when we are in like tourist place, we don't trust this guy outside the restaurant. Hey, come to my restaurant. You will be super nice. Not so much. We are checking Google Maps, the reviews. We are checking TripAdvisor, and the similar it's online, because we can find data that we trust, not that person that need to sell us to get his commission. So yeah, in Denmark and this place, marketing can be super helpful, and they also should work closely for sales for this reason, because if we can respond in marketing for the question that is often asked, that person that have this question in mind and see this answer is okay, they really understand me, and yeah, maybe it's work better to work with them comparing people that they have no content, no information, and we I don't know, like logo, and then be convinced by the salesperson. So yeah, this is like the biggest challenge to have this respect for marketing, because it's not so easy to show the impact of revenue. And yeah, but I think that companies that will understand the importance of marketing will survive even in tough economy, because when we have less money, we need to trust even more. And as I talk with one of my podcasts, that it was like
Absolutely.
great time when core marketing departments they have a lot of money they can spend for tech, etc. But now they need to come to the basics and to really understand pain points of their ideal clients, to understand their ideal clients, etc. And so I think this is a challenge to do more with less, and to really be respected for work.
Absolutely. We need to do more, like, we have to do more with less. That is the challenge, and that's when the skill marketeer can shine, right? If he has the knowledge, then we can shine right there. So, absolute. So, how will you convince the stakeholders for, like, to
I think
overcome
with
this
the story
challenge
I
and convince
said,
that why
that
marketing is
how
important?
do you
How do
buy?
you
Do you buy
convince
from
to this stakeholder?
cold emails? How many times did you buy something because of somebody sent you cold email that long, for example? And how many did you buy because you like someone online? How many times do you have people you like watching on YouTube or any other social media platform? And how do you feel about them comparing people you don't know anything? So yeah, I think it's always great to put in context in specific industry and to check competitors, because it's always the best argument. Okay, your competitor is is doing this, so maybe it's good idea for you. And yeah, and also
Doing
ask
this.
salespeople. Okay, do you need some support? How would you feel if you really can have meeting with the people that it's impossible to reach by cold calling and cold emails? Do you want to have meetings with them and their ideal clients? Probably yes. Do you want that your clients respect you more? Because I found that if I have inbound leads, that it's like 100% show up rate. If I don't do outbound, like clear outbound, but I remember when I tested 4 years ago, and I used emails from my sales navigator, and somebody ghosted me like 2 minutes before meeting, and it was offline meeting. So I remember that was super busy day, and somebody ghosted me, and I felt, oh my god, I don't want to do this because it was super busy. I was speaking at some event this evening, and I found no, if I can do anything with my life and invest in my skills, I don't want to run and try to catch customers. I prefer to build this brand, to build this network, and to be respected by my clients. And marketing can help a lot because sales could be super stressful work because people ghosting you, people don't respect you. And with marketing, there you can build your position, and your work could be a whole different.
So can we say
Easier.
marketeers as
I
an ABM
think that it's
marketeers
in
make
current
sales
economy,
easy?
it's
Can
hard
we
to say
say
that it's super easy, but probably make easier and sometimes even possible.
absolutely? And of course, nobody wants ghosting. So if we know it, make a brand,
True.
establish, build a network, and that's when you get those leads, right? And that's when selling becomes easy, elegant way of selling. Nice. I like this idea as well. So, content becomes cornerstone. Everywhere we need a better content, and what are the content? And we need to do the right places. So, could you tell me what are the specific channel distributing channels? I'm curious to know about this because you said healthcare industry does not work on LinkedIn. So yes, I'm also prospecting one of the healthcare industry
I don't
software
work
development.
with
Could you
healthcare
tell me
industry, so
which
I
channel
don't know.
would be
I
good for the
like
healthcare
stick mostly to
industry, if
LinkedIn
not
and around
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, and I believe it's enough. I have so many
Okay.
things to do more on LinkedIn, so I don't have TikTok on my phone, anything. I decide, let's focus on this, let's be the best in this, and I have my newsletter, so B2B growth letter. Of course, I experimented with video marketing. I think it could be super beneficial for many for many companies and specific industries. But if something it's not for LinkedIn or not for me, I think it's in this situation. I will ask, okay, where are your clients? So we will find the channel. But I don't have any client from this industry for
You there?
last years, so I don't know. I will find something, but the general rule always to ask the clients, what are you consuming online? Where are you? And then try to be there.
Absolutely. Ask your client is the best solution, right? How often do you get to speak to the client, and which team do
Mostly
you speak with?
marketers and
Salesperson,
founders. Of course,
CEOs, or
depends of the
CTOs?
size
Who
of
do
the
you speak
company.
with?
If company is super big, I don't speak with the founders, CEOs. So it depends always of the situation that who I'm working with as mentor is this in this situation as this part of the ABM pilot team, and who is this fiscal buyer, who is the decision maker. It's often not the same person. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I get that. Depends on the company, right? Right. So, which marketing
Not so
automation tools do
many
you
automation.
incorporate
It's
in
like
ABM
I
Sprint?
use
Can you tell me
everything
more
to
about
run
the automation
smoothly
tools?
that content co-creation. So I have like book like a boss to book a time meeting and then creating that instantly meeting in Google Calendar. From Google Calendar, I have recording on Google Drive. So I automated this. But for marketing automation, it's not so much. I use Active Campaign for my newsletter. I use quiz segmentation, but it's not related specific to ABM Sprint because the idea for ABM Sprint is to make this as easy as possible from tech perspective. I provide Sales Navigator for 60 days, and this is enough from my perspective. We work on Notion. Notion is for free. I have specific templates to make this everything organized because Yeah, my idea for this is not to make this as easy as possible. So to depends of the free tools, something that it's easy to learn, and to not overcomplicate this. I know that's possible to use on HubSpot, etc. But yeah, I believe in the quickest possible results, and I'm afraid that implementing new tool, learning this, it will postpone results, and I want results, and my clients want result even more.
Absolutely. Easy, simple tool is best tool to use it, right? So I use the same, almost same tools, yes. Similar tool, almost, yes. But I also add HubSpot because I love HubSpot. But almost otherwise, Notion, yes, it's the simplest tool for the content marketing, and the best tool I would recommend. I also believe the same. So, how would you assist your client in implementing the right tools? Of course, not too many, but if they are using, how do
I
you
try to
collaborate
start with
with
this
their
smaller
existing tool and
project
your tools? So, how do
with
you
the
do?
tech stack I recommend. Sometimes yeah, it's possible to connect with this mostly project management software. But yeah, it's always yeah. It's I don't have like clear process as we are focusing on this pilot program and simple tools. So I don't need to join this like complicated process. Not at this point. Focus on basics, on strategy without making this too big.
Getting result. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's perfect. Like, simplest, get focus on more results is what we are looking for, and that's nice. So, what do you think about AI? Everywhere nowadays, we open LinkedIn and we listen to everywhere AI post. Do
Mm-hmm.
you use some of the
Yeah, I use
AI
this
tools?
tool
Do you think
called
AI will
Striker.
hurt
It's
us,
like
help
different
us, not
ChatGPT,
help
but it
us?
offers also different AI models. And yeah, it's helping to have like additional pair of eyes for checking the content, to ask if it's clear, to get feedback. But yeah, I think it's like not replacing for sure, because that content generated by AI, it's like no value for anyone. And yeah, I'm also regularly checking that how many people created content on LinkedIn. In Sales Navigator is possible to check, and it didn't improve for the last year so much. So it's, if somebody didn't create content before ChatGPT, they didn't start it also. So it's not like twice and more people, not so much people like made a few posts, check, okay, it didn't it doesn't work, and they stop. So it's still the best content it created by humans, but there are many, of course, usage of AI that it's possible to make this easier, to make this more attractive, to make this faster, to also like remove that content, that creator block, because if you are stuck, you can discuss with AI ChatGPT 4 or something else, and also to create images that one of ABM friends posted last few days. Every day something created by Midjourney, I think. So yeah, it's pretty helpful and okay. I'm still observing. I have some ideas maybe for the tool that could be even better use. But yeah, I think it could be very helpful. It helped me. I used this every day. Every even sentence I talk with AI, and okay, is it clear? Is it grammatically correct, etc.? What could be improved? And yeah, this prompts act as copyright, B2B copywriter, etc. What could be different? I use also to rewrite like all posts. So okay, what could be changed here? So yeah, it's pretty useful tool, but still, I heard some good sentence it's like overestimated in the short run, but underestimated in the long run. So I'm observing, and I try to be updated as much as possible because yeah, I'm a huge believer in this, and yeah, I see also some opportunities. Mm-hmm.
For me, AI is making research easy. So if I have to find some questions, its market research is making it easy. It gives more ideas. So for ideation using AI, for me, it's very helpful. I believe it's making it more clear. So if I'm designing, if I'm creating some designs, it's giving better effect. If, that's what I've learned. So I'm using AI for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Of course, not replacing it, but I think it's making it more better. So I'm fond of
Okay.
AI right now. I'm using them, uh, not fully, along with, right. So that makes difference. So before we wrap up, could you give some final advice and key takeaways for the B2B marketer, the one who are starting, what things to pay attention and what not to? Because I heard you are also a LinkedIn trainer, so many people are on LinkedIn now. And could you
Mm-hmm.
tell me, so
Yeah, I
what are
think
the
it's most
advices, best
important to
practices
really
would you
focus if you work
give
in
it for the
company
new
about the
marketer?
ideal clients of the company, even if it's possible to join sales calls to really understand these people that you need to create. Marketers mostly content. Of course, it's also great to ask salespeople if you can be helpful for them, what kind of question they keep hearing. And yeah, this is something that is like basics. So don't listen all the time about the hacks and tricks, and focus on the target market and how to be helpful for them. And I think it's the most important. And don't focus also chasing likes and comments, etc., because being LinkedIn popular, it's like a common trap. You don't need likes for someone who didn't ever be your client. You need to be visible among your target audience and build, I call it LinkedIn verse, because you can be famous only in the super narrow group, but this group could be this group to buy your high ticket services, and that could be bring to you to the
Useful.
next level. So focus on this.
I like, I also do not want anybody to, like, focus. I would say vanity metrics, all these like likes and follow-ups. Before, when I started using LinkedIn, I was, oh, if I was feeling nervous when I didn't have more than 15 comments and all. But now even if I do not have so many comments, I know I'm getting inbound leads, just with by posting and just by engaging, I get it. So likes and number of comments, I believe that's again a vanity metric. So I think we are on the same page. So when we talk about B2B, and I don't want B2B should be like a boring, let's make it more funful. Could you tell me some of the fun thing, your experience, your life experience,
Yeah,
which,
it's
like,
often
beliefs that make it
this
funny, or which is,
misunderstanding role
could you
of
explain
LinkedIn.
about that?
And yeah, often during networking events or maybe meeting with old friends, and when I say that, because I don't say that I do ABM, because it's whoa, this is like super complicated. So okay, I'm this LinkedIn consultant. Do you know this is like Facebook for business? And people that know LinkedIn, they ask, okay, so let me give you let's call later. And I think, okay, but do you need LinkedIn in your work? No, no, but I've considered to changing a job, and do you polish resumes and CVs and LinkedIn profiles? And it's not what I do. So yeah, it's for me always funny that people don't understand it. Also, sometimes it's trap,
Oh my
because
god.
if somebody start to use LinkedIn for the personal reason, and their colleague says, oh, so you maybe are looking for a new job, and it's no, it's whole different role. Of course, could be for job, okay, and I'm fingers crossed for everyone that get job from LinkedIn, and it's super big group, and congrats. But yeah, I focus my LinkedIn versus sales and marketing, but mostly to improve revenue.
Absolutely. LinkedIn can be used for many purposes. For getting job, like you said, yes. For sales, like what you like. Plus, for learning, people are also using it for learning. And of course, getting networking. I believe I met so many people on LinkedIn, like we met it. So
True.
for networking, and networking will also eventually bring revenue, right? So absolutely, LinkedIn is like a super superpower for me as well. It's yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
I think it was
If
a great
somebody wants to
conversation with you.
find
Thank you
me,
so
it's on
much. I
LinkedIn, of
love this.
course. It's my Polish version Tomasz Maciejewski, but I switched my English version to Tom Maciejewski because I didn't want to spend this pricely moment to talk with my potential client or podcasters about how to spell my name. I prefer to speak about cities around the world because I love cities. I lived in many of them around the world, so I prefer to talk about this during the small talk. And of course, ABMsprint, b2bgrowthletter.com. There are my projects. So you are welcome. If you need 10 clients, see you. Bye bye.
Of course, I'm going to share the link when we. Sorry. Of course, I'm going to share the links when we talk. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you. Bye.